My name is Justin Jones. I'm a city commissioner on the Pasadena Human Relations Commission. I was born in Los Angeles, but I was raised in the city of Pasadena. I started my elementary education with Hamilton Elementary, and then I moved on to Wilson Middle School, and then I became a Bulldog and went to Pasadena High School. After high school, I started working for the city of Pasadena through the Rose program, and that's where I fell in love with engineering. And so I was able to go to university and study civil engineering. And also I was able to intern with the city of Pasadena Public Works, the Pasadena Water and Power, the state of California, and some other few local jurisdictions as well, providing my engineering skills and really give back to my community and become a public servant through my education and through my city commission work. I think I see a future in public service and civic engagement for myself, really, is because the simple fact that, when we talk about politics, it usually associates itself with such a negative term, but what I see myself involved in is actually affecting change and helping individuals prosper to become wherever they want to be. I believe that public service is very important for our community, is very important for our state and our federal government. And if we can all just play a part in just helping each other and lift each other up, I think, we can have a better community and we can become one. The commission I serve is the Human Relations Commission, and what we want to do is we want to foster and engage in conversations to aid in the elimination of prejudice against all types of individuals, whether it be background, sex, religion, preferences to who you love. And so what we try to do is we try to spark this dialogue, and we try to aid in talking to the city council about measures they can take to help eliminate all this prejudice. So for instance, we've had a Peace Through Music for the Armenian Genocide. We've had forums on racism with diverse groups of individuals, and they was able to express their versions and their definitions of racism and what they have witnessed from their cultural backgrounds and perspectives. We've also have written letters encouraging city council to aid in the elimination of human trafficking. Now we're hosting a forum next week, I believe it's April 6th, Wednesday, on education, and we want to talk about the state of education in the city of Pasadena, because we know that we have great public schools in the city, we have great private schools, great charter schools, we have great liberal arts colleges, and what we want to do is we really want to foster this conversation. So on this panel is going to be the mayor of Pasadena, we're going to have the superintendent of Pasadena, we're going to have the president of Pacific Oaks College, and we're going to have the assistant headmaster of Polytechnic School. And so we have essentially the leaders of different institutions within the city of Pasadena, educational-wise, that they're going to be able to speak and really talk about the topics of education within this city. And this is how our community can come out actually and really just get engaged and get involved in the educational process in this city. But education is probably one of the greatest equalizers. It's a powerful tool. And when I talk to my peers and the youth that I mentor about education, I always try to encourage them to seek out opportunities and seek out knowledge to gain, because education is something that no individual can take away from you. I have a bachelor's degree, and that degree will always be with me. My house can burn down and I can ask my institution that I received the degree from to print that degree out again because it's still there. But I don't like to just focus on, the typical bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. Education is very diverse. We're talking trade schools, we're talking you can enlist, we're talking you can gain education about your family business and learn that and take over your family business. We're talking about education and gaining knowledge, because we know that knowledge is power. what I like to do is when I talk to my peers and individuals on this topic is, I like to challenge their thinking about education. I know a lot of individuals who want to become entrepreneurs and have kind of talked about, there's been CEOs of Fortune 500 companies that never even finished college. And my notion is the fact that, just because they didn't finish college doesn't mean they wasn't educated, right? Because they pursued an education in something other than college. They perfected their craft. They worked hard day in and day out perfecting the craft that they wanted to do. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that it will involve continually to serve the public. I believe I'm very civically engaged in my community. I like to help people. I like to make sure that everyone is on an equal playing field, that it is fair for everyone to, get a job, or it's fair for everyone to get a quality education, or just love whoever they want to love. I believe that the future is bright for not only for me, but for everyone that puts their mind to it for this city. And I'm working on numerous of projects right now that the future looks bright for within the city. Aside from the commission work, I am working with the Pasadena Neighborhood Leadership Institute, and what we're doing is we are assessing voter turnout in the city. And it's pretty funny because with all the politics that's going on right now with the presidential campaign in the city of Pasadena, 1 out of every 5 registered voters actually voted in the last city election, last mayor election. And so I don't know if this is normal practice. I don't know if this is common practice around different cities, but we want to assess this, and we want to figure out what are ways to increase voter turnout. I know the city council has tabled a discussion to set together a task force on this issue, but essentially, we want to realize and understand why aren't 2 out of every 5 or 3 out of every 5 registered voters getting to the ballot box, or not even why not 5 out of 5? Because we look at different countries. There's one country, there's 80% of the registered voters participate in civic engagement activities. They go to the ballot box and they vote. There's civics education that other states have. I know a state in the United States currently right now is looking at having you vote on the weekends, or having a voter holiday. And so I think I'm very passionate about public service, and I'm very passionate about voting, and I know the background of voting specifically for African Americans and for women and for individuals who didn't own property. And I guess to get back to what the future holds, I think it's just to increase the involvement of civic engagement in Pasadena, to increase my involvement in public service, and to continue to be a public servant.